Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Japes Kosh episode. Today we are talking about Legends League and primarily the attack strategy I've been using in Legends League since I started taking a break from Root Riders. I know Root Riders are still in the meta, but if you want a break, I would suggest using this attack strategy. Especially when we have this new Super Troop event going on. Of course, it is the Super Wall Breaker Spotlight event right here. But what this allows us to do is allows us to have 3 Super Troops at one time. So I'm using Sneaky Goblins, Super Wall Breakers, and Super Hog Riders on top of that. The equipment pieces that I'm using for this attack strategy, as you can see, is the Giant Gauntlet, the Rage Vial on the King, the Invisibility Veil, and Healer Puppet on the Queen. I think you can interchange this for probably the Icy Arrow if you want. The Eternal Tome and Healing Tome on the Warden. With this, you could probably, you always have to keep the Eternal Tome, but you could probably switch out the Life Gem if you have that max. And then with the Haste Vial and Hog Rider Puppet, Hog Rider Puppet is not max for me. Only thing that is not max over here. But this is definitely the best combination. You could pretty much use any other combination. I would say the Life Gem or Royal Gem would probably be the second best. Haste Vial you pretty much always want to use. But with that in mind, let me go show you the first replay with using all 3 of these Super Troops in Legends League. Alright, the first base I want to show you is a typical diamond style base. And the first thing you are going to do with this attack strategy is you are going to pick a side. Traditionally, you're going to look and see where the Eagle Artillery is, and that's traditionally where I want to start the Sui portion of my attack. As you can see, we've already placed down a lot of units. Right away, we genuinely want to spam down Wall Breaker to get us into the base. A couple Yetis, an Electrotine, Ice Golem, and then on top of that, we're going to place down our King and Queen. I'm delaying our Queen just a little bit to make sure she goes into the base. You could have placed her a little bit sooner. I'm going to place a Rage right where the Siege Barracks is going to pop right here. And hopefully with the Electrotine and on top of that the Yeti, King and Queen, we are going to take out pretty much this entire core compartment. As you can see, we are headed directly for this Town Hall. I'm going to be freezing the single Infernos and using a poison on top of the Clan Castle. But after that, we are going to be able to use pretty much all of our Hog Riders, our Royal Champion, and our Warden. Luckily, our Archer Queen walks out of range of that single target Inferno right there. And our Queen is going to be able to take out this Town Hall before our Hybrid even gets to the core of the base. We're just going to be able to use these freeze and heal spells as needed to help protect our Hybrid on those scatter shots, and then heals on top of the Super Hog Riders as well. Queen still is making her way to the Town Hall. We're going to pop our Warden ability sooner than later. Town Hall, if it could have gone down a little bit sooner, that would have been perfect. But as you can see, we have so much firepower for the back end of the space. Our Queen has stayed alive since the very beginning of this Sui portion of the battle. And we still have yet to pop, or I guess we just popped our Royal Champion ability not too long ago, and that was all those extra Hog Riders that have popped out here. But as you can see, our Royal Champion is still up, our Warden is still up, our Queen is still up, our King has sadly fallen, but he has gone all the way through and taken out the majority of the space. We have some cleanup on the backside using those Headhunters, using those Sneaky Goblins. Traditionally, you are going to use those Sneaky Goblins at the beginning of the raid to help funnel the Sui portion into the center of the base. But as you can see, in this corner of the base, there really wasn't a lot going on, so we could kind of just send everything into the base. This next attack strategy that I'm going to show you, we are going to use those Sneaky Goblins to funnel a little bit better. But let me go to the next attack. Alright, the next attack I want to show you, we are once again attacking from the Eagle Artillery side, but we are using those Sneaky Goblins to funnel. The Yetis come in next, and then the Ice Golems, Hog Riders, Apprentice Warden, King, Queen, and Electrotine are going into the base. And traditionally, we want to use a pretty early Rage, and then we are going to Earthquake to weaken up all those walls. So hopefully our Log Launcher can get a little bit deeper into the base. I use my King ability a little bit sooner here, just so he can withstand the firepower of this enemy clan castle, and then the monolith as well. We use a early poison spell as well. As you can see, wherever our queen decides to walk, she decided to walk on the outside of the base, which is not traditionally what we want. So we are starting the Hog Riders a little bit sooner on this side. We're once again going to be using freezes on all of those scatter shots and then those multi-infernos. And then on this attack strategy, as you can see, we gutted pretty much the core of this base, which leaves us heading directly towards this town hall. So I'm going to use our Warden ability here pretty soon. And then they are able to tank through all of those giant bombs and take out that town hall really with no problem, which is pretty good. They get out of range of that poison. That is the one bright side of having a bases spread out like this. But the nice thing is, look, we have quite a bit on the back end of this base, but we still have our Warden up, who is going to die here pretty soon. But look, we have a back end Royal Champion, back end Queen, and this is the power of the Hog Rider puppet right here. You're gonna see, look, there's a lot of scary things up here. There's a scatter shot, there is a giant cannon right here. But look, we're gonna use the Hog Rider puppet right here. Our Royal Champion is going to go invisible here for a second, and then the Hog Riders are gonna come in tank for the Royal Champion right here. Queen is going to clean up on the back side of the space. Royal Champion with the Spirit right here is still turning invisible with a back-end invisibility spell right here. Our Queen is able to just walk scot-free here, and the Royal Champion clears the entire back end of the base. I'm never going to say I am the best attacker in the world, but as not the best attacker in the world, we are able to use an off-meta attack strategy that is pretty fun with 3 super troops and get 3 stars. I'm going to go show you one more attack variant, another base, and let's do it. Alright, this is a ring style base. Traditionally, some of the hardest bases, at least for me, to attack with this attack strategy. But to prove that it is still possible, at the very beginning we are seeing that, look, the clan castle and eagle artillery are on opposite sides of the base. So I am at the very beginning of this base thinking, hey, I want to pull this out so then hopefully our king and queen can deal with it, so our Hog Riders don't have to deal with it on the back end. So we are using some sneaky goblins to proc up this clan castle. Then we're going to start from this top side. We see a perfect path for our log launcher right here and all of our troops to go in and get this eagle artillery. So we're going to use both our Yetis right here on the sides, king, queen, a couple Hog Riders to support our apprentice warden. Exact same setup, every single attack strategy. And that's why I really do enjoy this. We are weakening up these walls with another earthquake right here, and then using some headhunters on these enemy heroes. Again, poison to the clan castle right here, which was pulled earlier. King and queen are walking around the base, which is traditionally not what we want to see. One thing that I wish happened here is our this archer queen going down, because unfortunately, look, she was able to pick apart our siege machine right there. But look, our king is walking on the outside, our queen is inside the base. So let's start right in the core here with our apprentice warden, this time with our all of our Hog Riders. We're gonna use a early ability right here, just because I saw a lot of our Hog Riders were taking some super heavy damage. Luckily that log launcher rolled earlier and turned that town hall invisible, so we are able to pick off this town hall pretty easily. We're going to rage, and we're using that rage to hopefully get all of our troops out of that poison as quickly as possible. The warden ability was a bit too early, and we did take some pretty heavy fire right there. But look, as long as we are able to keep this royal champion alive, which look, she's able to take out both the scatter shot, this expo right here, all by herself, which is pretty sweet. And this was before we were using the new Hog Rider puppet. I just started using it this last couple attacks here. She would have taken out probably this entire top compartment. But look, even without that, we still have our king, we still have our queen. I can 2x, I can 4x the rest of the space. Because we have the healer puppet on the back side of the space, our queen is able to withstand all this back end damage, and we are able to clean up the back side of the space pretty easily. And there you go, that is a ring base taken out with a, once again, off meta attack strategy using 3 super troops. Very fun attack strategy that I would recommend you guys using. Alright, to finish off this video, let's do a live Legends League attack and see if we can pull everything together right here. Here's the army once again. Let's go in. As you know, Legends League, we are seeing the base for the first time together here. I am on the PC, so that is all my excuses out of the way, but let's see if we can get this done. I'm seeing the Eagle Artillery on this side. I think we can probably funnel out with some Sneaky Goblins, and then use our Yetis, and then get everything into the core of the base right here. And then use our hybrid on whichever side it looks like our king and queen are walking. That is my general plan. Hopefully our log launcher can make it to at least right here. I think if it can make it here, we are going to win the day. But let's go and use both of these funneling troops. We're going to use a early wall break right here. Ice Golem to start. We're going to use early Yeti. I'm going to actually save the Apprentice Warden for the back end of this base. I was doing that for a couple of my attacks yesterday, and I liked the way it turned out for me. Our king is coming back into the base, which is what we want to see. We're going to use Earthquake right here, and then we are going to actually use a pretty early Rage right here as well. I don't like that this wall breaker opened up this right here, but our king in the core of the base taking out the Town Hall is what we want to see. Now we can start the rest of this attack over here. See if we can save our queen right here. Save the queen. We're going to heal right here, and we're going to actually use a early Warden ability just because, look, the Town Hall's down. There's really nothing else to be worried about here. We are going to use a early heal spell right here, right once this wears off on the backside. Pretty good timing right there. And then we are going to use our, let's use our poison right there. And let's use one more heal spell, looking for the backside of this base. We don't really need to yet. Let's go use a heal spell right here on this compartment. Royal Champion, Queen are still looking pretty good. We're going to use a freeze for this multi-inferno on the backside, and we're going to use our Royal Champion ability right now. Add some more Hog Riders into the mix right here. One more freeze right here. And this is looking pretty overpowering for the backside of the space. We still have our queen with her ability alive right here. We still have an invis ability right here as well we can use on our Royal Champion. That's traditionally where I like using my Royal Champion ability, or our invis. I mean, I'm going to wait though until the Ice Spirit or the Fox Spirit turns her not invisible, but it looks like we're not even actually going to need to use it on the PC with over a minute left over. I love when a plan comes together. Able to swag an invis right there. That was a dominant attack right there, and that's how it's done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.